So, the Sony FX30 camera, very popular right now. I've seen a lot of videos about the specs, the 6K, 4K, the Cine EI, all that tech crap. I just bought the camera and I want to try it out to see if you can make the footage look more film, like more old school. I'm not talking cinematic, I mean like film, 16 or 8 millimeters old school cameras. So we're gonna shoot some B-roll and then we're gonna dust up the footage more to make it look old and real. I think that's the ultimate test to see if the footage is good or not. So usually I shoot most on my red camera, and to use that footage to make it get more of film look to it, and I think the red footage is very good for that. But I want to see if you can do it with this camera, and also this camera is a smaller camera. You can use it just in one hand, so I'm not sure if you can get that kind of film look for it, because I think you usually need like a bigger camera to have like more weights and get different kind of movements in it, so not get these small kind of movements in it. That's the key things that I want to find out with this camera. So I'm just gonna go out today, or we're out here today shooting, and then just testing out the camera and see what it can deliver. Okay, a quick commercial break in this video. This video is sponsored by no one. It's just me sharing my thoughts and knowledge, and I can say whatever I want. So for that I want you to like the video. Okay, enough with that crap. The camera, FX30. I was thinking to buy the FX3 before, but it was a bit pricey. But then this one came out, the FX30, and the price was much more reasonable. So I thought, why not? So I bought one. Tjena! And you also might be wondering, why buy a new, pretty expensive camera with a high quality image and then make it look worse in the editing? So taking an image that looks very high professional and cinematic and make it a bit dirty and look like old school film. But I think that's the whole point of filmmaking. You don't want things to look super perfect all the time. Sometimes you rather want it to look authentic, real, nostalgic, and more like a memory instead of something that is like super crisp and super perfect. So I'm playing around a lot with to get that film look in my client work. Sometimes more, sometimes less. It's totally depending on the project and if it fits the project or not. And I think it's nice to kind of mix, to have this clean and crisp images, but also to bring it back to more old school and film look to it. So I think a good camera is where you can get the footage out of it and you can use it in both ways. You can get those crisp images, but you can also get this more raw and authentic film look out of it. So you want to have that type of footage that you can play around with a lot and make it go in both ways.
Only drink fizzy fizz. Oh, oh, throw me a kiss.
must say that I'm impressed with the footage. I think it stands up pretty well. You can work with it quite a lot. There's a lot of dynamic range there I can see. For me, it's a super good B camera, or like a second or third camera to have on, maybe sometimes for work, but most on like YouTube and personal stuff and so on. If you're a beginner filmmaker, I think this is a great camera. And looking at the price for it, $2,000 just for the body, I don't think you can get any other camera for the same price just as good. And I mean, a lot of people talking about the small sensors. I don't really understand why. I mean, I don't really care about it. You're paying a good price, so you can't be too picky. But for what you're getting for this price, it's a lot of value in this camera. I think it stood up pretty well in this test to get the film look to it, and hopefully I can use this more. I can see lots of possibilities with it, since my red camera is much heavier and it's like a big machinery every time I need to put it together and start it up, and this is a super quick one, so I think it's gonna be a good use for me. But that's it for this video. If you're new to the channel, you should subscribe, because there's a lot of good content and knowledge on this channel. And other than that, have a good day, and I will see you in another video. Thank you and goodbye.